Quick, somebody say something offensive to make him restart the recording.
So, welcome back. Session 51. Last time, we had a chat with some cops. Then we decided we're going to the Fox camp. That's pretty much it. So,
That really is it.
What do you mean that's it?
That's
Yeah,
kind.
we did nothing else. We did nothing else.
That feels like it's missing the most important part of the last session.
Yeah, just ignore that we interrogated a guy.
It's not like even we interrogated him. It's more like he answered our questions without us like
is that...
forcibly. Interrogation implies that we tried to force it out of him.
Well,
No, he just gave that info away.
That is enhanced interrogation, and we did not enhance our interrogation.
Listen. That the Viscount of Fear is fucking with us for the love of the game. All right.
That he is in fact doing, and I have hopefully ensured that he will be shot.
Leopold, you are giving him the most enjoyment in this situation.
Oh, I fully understand that, and I fully intend that when we leave the city and like not just running down to the Fox camp, I really want this man to be shot.
Bang.
Okay, why are you playing a fucking Vine Boom?
Since
that is not a Vine Boom worthy moment.
4 heckin' weeks ago, or like 3.5 weeks ago, when we last met up,
Yep.
I am going to need some reminders, and I'm sure some of you guys will as well. Everyone was taking a long rest. Only some of you planned to go to the Vox camp.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe the plan was Rikus was going to the box camp, Shakir was going with him, and I think
Wait.
Wayne was needing to
Yeah.
get the teleportation circle, and then he would leave with them.
Yeah. I believe the plan was long rest. Over the long rest, your police pal was going to acquire some stuff for you, including the sigil for one of the teleportation circles here in town, so that you guys could run out to the Vox camp and then teleport back via a teleportation circle.
Oh yeah, and something
Yes.
happened while we were sleeping. Apparently,
Um,
all of us went to sleep.
no,
I'm certain that anything happened while you guys were sleeping.
That's what you left on. Like you did an ominous, and something happened.
I watched the recording. That is not how it ended.
I'll say, I do have specifically in my notes that the session will not begin with us waking up.
Yeah, there you go.
Plans might have changed in 3 weeks, but that's what I have in my notes.
I think I did that to mess with you guys. I'm gonna be entirely honest, because I did not have plans for you guys while we were sleeping. I mean,
But,
I've got dice here. Let me see. Does something happen?
Let's see how much Rikus wigs out in the dark because he doesn't have his damn nightlight.
All right.
well, Rikus also is waking up in 4 hours to move with Sakir and Wayne.
I believe
And
what I said was
I can't get a
don't
long
press
rest.
the long rest button because something might happen. But you can press the long rest button if you haven't.
I did not, because I did not sleep for 6 hours. I wake up and I still feel like shit.
Side question:
Also, this is the first time I've slept since.
Do we want Sakir to stay in the police station with Leopold since he is not here today, or do we want to stick with the original plan?
I mean, I think it makes sense to... Well, hold on.
I get
Was
at
there a
least
reason
short
that the
rest.
Seer was going down to the Vox camp?
Mainly because he's the healthiest out of all of us.
Oh yeah, it makes more sense because we were more worried about the party being ambushed on the road versus here, where even if they aren't necessarily the most competent fighting force, there are a fuck ton of police here.
Yep.
I am going to use 3d10s of hit die to try to recover my 9 points of damage.
As the day begins.
Actually, wait, I don't need to do that. Wait, no. Linen's asleep.
What? What does that have to? What does that mean?
I definitely recovered my hit points.
Because you're not getting a long rest, are you?
I am not, because we only slept 4 hours because you and Secure and Wayne are waking up at 4 so we can move as quickly as possible. This is the first time I've slept since I have been affected, and I don't know that I'm needing to sleep more.
No, I think you've gotten one long rest.
No.
Wait, no, never mind. I know that you'd had your thing reduced, but that was by Wayne doing a greater restoration.
Yes.
Wayne, do you have any ideas for divination this morning?
Yes, please ask your daddy how things are going to go.
But I still look like dog shit, but I have used my hit points. My hit die to heal. Because Lyndon is still asleep. Hashtag 8 hours of sleep.
Woo! I'm not an elf.
So, as you guys wake bright and early, some of you wake bright and early, Sakir, Rikus, and Wayne. Horses have been secured. You wake up, and as you guys step out of the room, there is a note slipped under the door with the sigil for the teleportation circle at the central precinct here in Team. And all other resources that was asked, I believe, were given to you the night previous, but you have everything that you guys asked for or requested, including horses to get you out to the Vox camp. So, as you wake up in the morning, is there a divination you would like to do?
Any funky questions? Any funny questions?
Daddy?
Yes. I believe. Actually, no. It's too vague. There's nothing today.
It's
No.
too vague.
What were you going to ask that's too vague?
No,
Well-
just ask it.
It's not entirely too vague. It's just. It might make things worse if the answer is a negative.
Ooh. Do it once you're out of the
Because
six Leopold one.
I was thinking I was going to ask if going to the Vox camp is our best course of action. But if that answer happens to be no, then we're back to square one without an idea of what to do.
No, just. I feel like you can change a word or two in that to at least. Not use the word best, use the word good.
We could. You
But
could
we
also
know
do-
it's a good option.
Let's say
could-
if you wanted to, you could do the inverse and ask if Lennon and Leo staying at the police station is a good course or the best course.
That I could say, like, will we be able to rescue Yvonne if we, do X, Y, Z?
Okay, it does. If we're reading divination, it asks about a specific event within the next 7 days, and I don't know if Zach would consider that to be a specific event or B within 7 days.
Not sure.
Saving Yvonne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love it if it happened within 7 days. I just don't know if I can guarantee that.
Saving Yvonne is the entire reason we are still in this city.
And yes, entirely.
Facts.
Right. But saving Yvonne is a quest, not like if we knew she was in this safe house and we were about to go kick the door down, then saving Yvonne would be an event. But without knowing where she is or how to save her, saving Yvonne is a quest, not an event.
I mean, I feel like you're kind of quibbling too much about wording, but point is made.
You could ask if will we find the help we need in the Vox camp? Or will we find help in the Vox camp?
And this is why our party progresses so.
The ability to talk with the gods really is a hindrance.
I was more just talking about how we're like overthinking this. Although this could also just be me saying, "Oh, clearly my course of action is the best." Just ask whether it's good for us to stay.
I am going to ask, Daddy, are we going to face dangers on the road to the Vox camp?
Every time.
Okay. So
Activates
as you
voice
ask
changer.
this, you like get up. Your undies still soaked from your nightly habits. Sitting up, like the room's not even like lit up at all. You just kind of sit up. You just ask this to the air. That ripple in space appears in front of you. Chatted out, even sharper jawline than before, shows up, just straight mogging, and says, "I cannot confirm nor deny, but probably not."
Alright.
And you blink and it's gone.
That'll do for me. All right, boys, let's go.
Oh man, you gotta you gotta hit him with the
I can't confirm or deny, but
Good luck.
I'm 16.
What?
What?
It's the name of the voice changer, remember? It's the,
Oh.
yeah, I'm 16.
Stuff? Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
my name's
yeah.
JP. Okay. So, you guys get up, get ready. Sakir is surprisingly already up and ready to go. As you guys are preparing. Rikus, you are beat to shit. Do you tell anyone, or is it just the looks upon your face and the wear and tear on your body that tells them?
I just kind of look at my party members and I'm like, this sucks.
Lennon is still asleep. I don't know what you're talking.
Well, I wasn't talking to you, Lennon. Congratulations.
Yeah, you also said your party members.
That are awake.
Should have clarified.
So, you guys grab your bags, grab your packs, grab everything that you need for your trip. And as you guys get up, there is less activity than there was when you went to bed. But as you're looking around, you can tell it's mostly just because people have settled in at this point. You kind of walk out into the main areas of the precinct, and there are still a few dozen guards seemingly active in the area. And that's just what you can see. As you're kind of leaving, you peek down the holding block, and you see there are still lines of guards in there, probably about a half dozen standing within 20 feet of the Viscount's cell. As you're kind of walking by, because you kind of walk by that area that exit the precinct, you see the Viscount is still in his cell, completely awake, sitting up, seemingly just staring at the wall.
So it's the wall and not the one-way mirror?
Yes, the wall. The one-way mirror is here. He's just staring at the wall to his right.
Out of curiosity, do I know what's on the other side of that wall?
You're not leaving, so I don't know if you're here right now as they're leaving. Now, you will see this here soon. What's on the other side of that wall is an empty cell. So, as the crew is leaving, you guys go outside, horses prepared for you. It's, it's a little brisk this morning. The start of spring has begun, but this is actually a pretty cold morning. As you kind of get up, bundle yourselves up for the ride, and begin to trot your way out of the city before entering a gallop as you exit. You guys will be on the road for a little bit. And you likely will wear your horses down pretty hard on the way there because you're rushing to get there.
Not like we're keeping it.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to tell me that you are preparing for, that you are trying to do, or is it just we are sprinting to the Vox camp?
I'm trying to not fall asleep while riding.
Alright. Will do. So, first of all, I'm going to roll a d10. Actually, no, I'm going to have one of you guys do it. Why am I doing things? I'm the DM. I don't have to do things. I just tell you guys to do things. Someone roll a d10. Looks like Thomas is doing it, maybe.
Sure.
Also, this is just for the Vox gang, right?
This is just for the Vox gang.
Okay,
I
because
got
did
us,
have-
Wayne. Oh.
Yeah.
Wayne's got us.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to do.
Mine was first.
Well, what are you wanting to do, Leo?
I just want to either ask Lennon or one of the other guards to just keep an eye on that empty cell where
Lennon is not awake. Lennon is very much not awake right now.
I figured this was happening whenever we were awake, but in that case, I'll just tell
Lennon
one
sleeps
of the...
for an extra 4 hours compared to the rest
I know.
of you.
Yeah,
Fucking
I'll
elves.
just tell one of those guards to keep an eye on that empty cell.
Hell yeah, hell
The
yeah.
fact that the Viscount is staring at it concerns me.
I will note, it does kind of look like he's just doing a 1,000-yard stare, but knowing Leopold, he still probably would show concern.
Yes.
So,
Oh, Leo.
you guys are sprinting down. Wayne, you rolled a 10. It is very foggy. As you get closer and closer to dawn, you still know your way and you're still following the beaten paths to get there. This doesn't delay you a ton. It does delay you a little bit. Just because you want to actually see where your horses are stepping. But it is a very, very foggy day. And since Wayne rolled the d10, Thomas, I'll let you roll me a d100.
Woo!
Oh no. Rolls a nat 100. Blows up. I was pretty close though.
What do you got?
An
86.
86. You are not necessarily surprised due to the fog, but there is a lack of fauna out and about this morning. Usually you'd see small critters traveling around, but you don't really see anything. You don't hear any birds in the sky. It is a dead morning through and through. So you guys continue your trip. Due to the fog, it'll take you probably an extra half hour to get down there. So with that, we are going to go to Aiden, since he's the only one awake back at the precinct. What in particular are you doing this morning? Because I'm certain that Leo is taking steps in one regard or another.
I swear.
The problem is now I have to actually think about what steps I might want to take. I would say for starters, I want to cast a detect magic and just, walk around, including in that cell where he's doing the 1,000-yard stare, because I want to just make sure that everything, looks to be in order. There is nothing that appears weird.
Okay. You can make your choice of a perception, investigation, or insight check if you really want to insight him.
I will do it as investigation because
Leopold,
I
I
don't
better
know
not
how
wake
far
up
my
to
skill.
Resident Evil.
What did
You better not
say?
wake up what?
I better not wake up to Resident Evil.
That is a 15 on my investigation check. Goddamn.
Investigating the area around his cell, you don't see anything particular that seems out of place to you. The cells are all closed up and locked up. Any magical enhancement that they have are active. As you kind of go around, you find Jefferson Stone in one of the open areas of the precinct seemingly has not slept. And he seems very calm. It seems to you that he feels comfortable where he's at. He hasn't gotten fired yet, but he's waiting until dawn to figure things out. As you're kind of walking by, he says, "Have your friends departed already?"
Yes, the last of our compatriots isn't an elf, and he's still asleep upstairs.
Well, fair enough. He needs his rest. He hasn't moved,
Yeah.
pretty much at all.
Do want to check the rules on one thing, so there might be one thing I want to do real quick.
Alright.
I just need to remember the artificer rule for changing around infusions. 'Cause I don't remember if you can do it on a long rest or not.
I don't think you can change
Infusions.
infusions.
Okay, after finishing a long rest, you can touch a non-magical object and imbue it with one of your artificer infusions, turning it into a magic item.
Yes, you can.
So, I'll say I'm not, changing what options I have for my infusions. I am changing what items I have infused.
Okay.
He's changing it to a bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
I can fit a whole lot more than that.
Okay.
I'm going to put an exploding rune on every single ball bearing for the last 1,000 days.
Okay.
DM, you said we had a year of downtime?
Yeah. Alright, I'll figure out how to do this on my sheet in a bit. But I am uninfusing my Hat of Disguise, so I no longer have Disguise Self at Will. Instead, I have a Lantern of Revealing, which I will go ahead and just link in the chat. But for simplicity's sake, it means I can see invisible people within its bright light radius, which is 30 feet.
Okay.
And so I would like to... Do I want to put that in the room with him, or do I want to carry it on me? I think it would... I'm going to put it in the room with him.
Oh.
Okay.
So that way,
It's
there
an
is-
anti-magic field.
Suppressed magic.
Yeah, I guess the suppressed magic... Well, I guess... Okay, so it does mess with the magic items, I'm assuming, then?
You are uncertain, but if you do try, you will be stopped by the guards around the area. They are not letting anyone open the room.
The guards also
is
remember you talking
fair.
about how much you want to crush this guy's skull in with
Yeah,
a
they
bullet.
do remember you talking about wanting to kill this man.
Fair and understandable. Even if I, state my case saying this is just to reveal invisible people, I assume they don't let me in.
Chat,
could give it-
it's just to reveal the invisible people in the locked anti-magic room this guy's in.
You could give it to. Here's the thing. You could walk around the precinct with it, do a quick check, and then give it to Stone, say what it does, and see what he does with it.
Good idea. But also on the topic of
Thanks.
lanterns, this one isn't an infusion. This one is just a magic item I have. I'm also going to light up my lantern of tracking undead.
Wait, then what infusion did you change?
So, hold on. Let me read this, then I'll clarify what it is with my infusions. If I can find exactly where this is. Oh, sorry, it's why can I not find it? Yeah, okay. Lantern of Tracking Undead. When this lantern is within 300 feet of any creature of the undead type, its flame turns bright green. This lantern doesn't pinpoint the creature's exact location, however. So, as I have a just little warning, so if anything undead, like, say, presumably a giant demon, although, admittedly,
Can you
demons
read
aren't
that to
undead,
me
so
again
this
real
only...
quick?
I will copy the text for the Lantern of Tracking Undead. These are two different lanterns that I have.
Yeah.
So that is the text for that.
The guards
So
are just
admittedly, this
watching
won't
you
help
light
with
a bunch of
demon.
lanterns.
Yeah. But if any, like, I don't know, say vampires, which are undead, try and sneak in here, I have that at least covered. And the other thing that I did with my infusions is that as an option for my infusion, I have a Lantern of Revealing, which reveals invisible creatures within 30 feet of me.
I thought that was the magic item.
So I can use my infusion to make a magic item.
Oh.
I have two magic lanterns.
Okay.
One of which
So-
is just lantern. The other one is infusion lantern.
Okay. So you pull out infusion lantern, and you walk around with it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm also going to have my undead lantern lit at the same time.
Okay. As you pull out, you light the lantern of revealing. Nothing immediately presents itself. You begin walking around, and you light the lantern of undead, and it immediately shines.
Shines green.
It shines green as soon as it is lit.
Quick, talk to Stone. He might have an undercover zombie cop.
Hold on. So we were sleeping at the precinct, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
How many hours is it until Lennon would get a long rest?
Like, at this point, probably 3. Like, he's asleep for a while longer.
Fuck's sake.
You can wake Lennon
Wait,
up.
is
if you want.
this all like, oh, what's happening while we're traveling?
This is literally going to the people traveling, dun 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 dun, as they're just galloping horses through the fog, rushing to the Vox camp. Back to the other crew, lights lantern. There are zombies nearby.
Scooby Doo
Yeah.
Scooby Doo.
Is the Viscount undead?
What did you say?
Hold on. I don't think the Viscount is undead.
No.
One,
Well,
he
we don't
hasn't
know.
died around you, so you aren't entirely certain whether he's undead or not. He hasn't necessarily shown anything to make you guys believe he's undead.
I thought it was something that was stated during the meeting.
We
Let me
didn't know
go
anything
back.
that happened in the meeting.
It was never stated the Viscount being undead.
To be fair, I used Spare the Dying on him and it worked. So. And Spare the Dying does not work on undead.
That is, however, you did use it on him.
Yeah.
You don't know if it actually did anything.
Oh. Well, he didn't
Because
die.
we were out of combat and he did not die. So either he was making his saves outside of it. I specifically
You mean
remember
his
during the combat you were like,
save?
I cast Spare the Dying on him, and you're like, and I was like, okay, he doesn't seem to be dying right now.
Yippee.
Wahoo.
Anyways,
Yeah. Either
what's
way,
happening with the other half of the party?
Yeah. In light of this horrible revelation, I'm going to go find Jeffrey Stone.
Okay.
In light of this revelation.
Oh my god. This is just a YouTube poop. That's all this campaign is, dude. So as you go around, you literally light both. You're just holding both as you walk around. You light the second one, it immediately goes green. You're like,
It turns out the
Jeff!
precinct is haunted.
Jeff, come here, Jeff. You go find Jefferson Stone. As you do, he just looks at you walking up with 2 lanterns, and he's like, "Yes, Leopold."
I hold up the Green Lantern, not the Marvel one. Wait, no, Green Lantern's DC, not the DC one. And I'll say, this lantern reveals the presence of undead. When green.
I'm assuming that
Drops.
We
means...
may have an issue.
Yes. He kind of takes a second as he's processing, closes his eyes for a second, and says, "I'm sorry, I've been awake far too long. What exactly are you telling me?"
There is an undead somewhere within 300 feet of this lantern.
Well... Does it tell you where?
Unfortunately, no.
Smacks lantern out of hand.
This is just becoming a YouTube group more
Thomas,
and more every time you touch that
stop.
soundboard.
Thomas, stop!
Sorry, Sakir isn't here. I can't have any more fun.
He looks at you for a second and says, "Well, the god is high. We have nearly 40 guardsmen patrolling the area or sitting in the main lobby. I don't think any of the common criminals in the back of this precinct would be undead. I can't imagine one of my guards being turned, but I guess it's technically possible."
Unless the Viscount is undead, which I have no reason to believe, we still have an
Sadly,
issue.
I don't have a way to detect or test that. And I certainly don't want to be opening up his cell until certain things are done. Preferably your friends returning. I am entirely uncertain on how to proceed. If I tell the gods here that there is an undead within 300 feet, they will all be incredibly nervous and uptight and on the lookout. Now, on the lookout is good, but I feel like this would cause panic more than anything else.
One of the guards recognizes the lantern that was lit. Oh, fuck.
That's not what I think.
no.
I can see your point. Still, I at least thought it was important enough to let you know. That way, at least one person in this precinct might not be blindsided besides myself.
Well, I appreciate the information. What do you think it is?
Well, now that I've informed you, the first thing I was going to test would be if it were the Viscount. If it's not him, I would assume that it's some sort of vampire.
How are we
I know
going to
that-
test that? From how far away?
300 feet.
That seems awfully difficult to test.
Yeah, I guess 300 feet is larger than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so how big is the precinct building?
It's only one football field.
It's probably not even that big. The precinct is built like it's got a green glass front side of its building, but it's set like almost like the Pentagon is, but a triangle instead. It's got corridors that go down the side and the background with a courtyard in the middle. On the west wing, that being the wing on the right, is where the prisoners are held and many stuff like that. On the left side is barracks, armory, and such like that. And on the back side of the building is a completely encapsulated no doors area, which is just about everything else you're going to find in the precinct. Storage areas, evidence lockers, all of that kind of jazz. Lots of heavily enforced locked doors. So from one farthest point to the other farthest point might be about 300 feet.
But that's not where the Viscount is.
Yeah.
Well, I shall just have to stew on this information. At the very least, on my patrol with my Lantern of Revealing... Okay, why are you smacking your forehead, Lynn?
Don't worry about it. I'm asleep right now.
Yeah, speaking of you being asleep, I'm not going to go wake you up, but I am going to go patrol by you with my Lantern of Revealing.
Linen was the undead this entire time.
Okay, why do we have an anime girl moaning to the thought of Linen being a zombie or vampire?
Guys,
Little do you know.
I'm too tired for this shit. What have I gotten myself into? This is what happens when you don't play D&D for a month. It's just all shenanigans for the first hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So, while you're doing that, while you're stewing in that, I'm going to have you roll me an investigation check.
Hopefully, I can roll better than a 5.
No.
That is a lot better than a 5. That is a 24 overall.
Okay. So, as you're patrolling around the edges of the building, through the building, you do not find any invisible culprit waiting to jump at the moment to free the Viscount. You don't find anything invisible inside. The interior of the precinct looks pretty clean. Walking the streets, you are kind of surprised as things are getting later, at 6 o'clock, at 7 o'clock. Even though this is kind of an area of team that's not super, super well traveled, it is still somewhat surprising to you how few people there are out on the street. The fog laying down on the cobblestone roads makes it difficult to see past that, maybe 50 feet from you. It's eerie. It's quiet.
I was gonna say, I wasn't planning on going out into the streets or leaving the building. I just wanted to patrol the
You just wanted to patrol the inside? Okay. Then
Yeah.
you see from windows.
Okay.
We'll go with that then. But walking by windows, you very often do see patrols walking by.
Yeah. And I will, after my patrol, go back down and stare at the Viscount through the one-way mirror.
Okay. With that investigation check, after a little while, you notice that he still hasn't stopped looking away from that room to his right. After maybe 15 minutes, you seem to get the idea that he very well might be asleep, just with his eyes open. Now, moving back to the group heading down, unless you have something for me, Aiden.
Let's say, I would like to motion, well, no, I'll just flat out ask the guards, can I bang on the window with my fist?
One of them kind of looks at you for a second, then they look at each other, and they kind of shrug.
In that case, I'm just gonna dunk, dunk, dunk on the window, and I want to see if I can wake the Viscount up, if he is indeed sleeping.
You receive no response.
Dunk, 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 dunk. Still nothing?
Still nothing. Just staring at the wall.
Okay. I don't know if you would call this, like, perception, but can I at least, like, see the Viscount breathing in and out so I can make sure this isn't, like, just an illusion? Which, actually, hold on. Isn't an investigation check to see through most illusions?
It would be an investigation to see through an illusion, yes.
Okay. In that case, I would like to make... Also, I don't know, like, why the popping of your fingers is so loud, I guess. But anyways, I would like to make an investigation check to see if I can tell whether or not the Viscount is an illusion.
Okay, go ahead and make one.
Ooh, nat 20. Overall 30.
Thomas, what
Stop.
the fuck, brother? You need to stop. You need to chill.
I need more whiskey.
It's Monday, dude.
I don't have work tomorrow.
What the hell?
As you're looking at him, this is definitely not an illusion. You're certain of that.
Okay.
But you're entirely certain you just watched him go 15 minutes without breathing.
I think this guy might be our undead, which explains the Lantern of Revealing. In light of this news, I shall go to that finding to stone.
Okay. You kind of go to Stone again, and he's kind of talking with what looks like one or two of his sergeants. As you kind of approach, he kind of looks at you, and then kind of motions to go to his office real quick. As you guys step into his office, he's like, "All right, Leopold, what have you found now?"
I'll go ahead and just rather dramatically go with the lantern. I think the Viscount is indeed our undead. He went 15 minutes straight without breathing.
Perhaps he has a amazing cardiovascular routine.
I just looked
Are
at
you-
him completely nonplussed.
Are you certain?
I would bet my life on it that I saw that man go 15 minutes without breathing. No rise and fall in his chest. He did not move an inch.
Well,
Bets his life on it. Yeah, well, the other 14 vampire acolytes would like to speak.
he kind of sits there for a second and says, "Well, let's document this." And he kind of pulls out a report sheet and begins filling it out. And as he's going through it, he asks you questions about it, how you came to this conclusion, what your evidence is, and then says, "With that being said, I am now entirely certain that I don't want to open that cell."
Well, the only reason I intend on that cell being opened is to shoot him in the head, so... With any luck, it won't be opened. After all, you can't have him dying on your watch, can you?
No, I can't. He's a very high priority prisoner.
Indeed.
Hopefully, within the hour, we will start getting responses from members of the Central Precinct and the City Council. And hopefully we can transfer him to a location with better security. This is as good as I can do in the middle of the night. Thomas, what are you posting, bro?
In that case, I shall go back to string the prisoner.
As you're kind of looking at Jefferson, what's your passive insight?
Oh, passive insight or passive perception?
Insight.
That is a 10.
A 10? Okay. Very insightful, Leopold. From Leopold's perspective, Jefferson very obviously seems way over his head right now. And he's got no clue what he's doing about this or what he can do better. But he's doing his
Fair
best
enough.
to keep it together.
Yeah. I'll say, I have good passive investigation and good passive perception, because I got 20s in both of those, but my passive insight is only a 10.
Ooh, what a beautiful set of rolls. Okay. So, to the crew running down to the Vox camp. We are going to move to you guys for a little bit, and then we're going to jump back to the crew in the precinct as Lennon wakes up. But you guys are able to make it to the Vox camp about the same time. As you guys come barreling into the camp, you are stopped by some of the perimeter Vox guards. And they ask you, who are you and what are you doing here?
You know who we are.
No,
I've got no ever-loving clue who you are. This orc in, like, this pale white armor at the front gate is saying.
Well, we're the Inexorables. Now take us to Finch.
He kind of looks from one side to the other and says, "You're lucky I know the Inexorables. I don't know who you are, though." He kind of looks over.
See? I told you know who we are.
Says,
Quickly, Wayne, take off the tiara. He doesn't recognize you.
Rikus, Sakir, and Wayne, if you need to give names to Finch.
He kind of looks back and he says something out in the Orcish tongue. I don't know if any of you speak it.
Oh, lucky for you, I can cast the text,
What?
comprehend languages. I'm just
You
kidding, I'm not going
should
to.
not waste a spell slot right now.
It's
I
a
think
charge from my
Sakir speaks
clockwork
Goblin.
earwig. Whoa.
He speaks very poor Goblin. There we go.
So that would mean that he understands like
Goblin
one
means
of
nuts.
every 10 words, right?
Yeah, right about. And he shouts something back in Orcish and then says, "Give us a moment."
Does that mean it sounds like gibble gibble gobble? Person.
I don't think that's how that works.
gobble. Gibble gobble. Gibble
I
gobble.
don't think that's how someone would hear Orcish.
Whore. Gibble gibble gobble.
Okay.
No, he said he understood poor goblin.
Now that means he only understands goblins who are poor.
Which are all of them.
He poorly speaks the Goblin tongue. After a few minutes, the Orcish man kind of saunters up to your guys' horses and says, "What is your business? What are you doing here so early in the morning?"
We are on an extremely time-sensitive mission. And unfortunately, we are in dire straits for a favor.
Well, I can't guarantee that Finch is still here, but I can take you to the central tents.
That
And
would
he
be most helpful.
begins walking towards the center of the camp. It takes you guys some time to navigate through it due to the fog, but eventually you do get to the central operating tent where you guys are very familiar with, as it's where you spent half of your time here in the Vox camp. You guys make your way to the outside and you see a familiar face guarding the outside of the tent as Drakus is there. And he kind of nods to you, looks questioningly, and says, "My friends, what are you doing here?"
Did we actually ever get this guy's name?
Yes, you did. You had a conversation with this man.
I can't remember if he ever said his name to us.
Yes,
Right.
he is the head of the Pallid Guard, which is like effectively the what would be the King's Guard, but like the Vox is a democracy and has a group of leadership. But the Pallid Guard have one assigned to pretty much every major member of the Vox.
I know we fought with the guy. I just can't remember the conversation we heard
Dracus
his name.
was the dude you fought with, and
Yeah.
you did converse with him.
I don't know.
I don't have his name
Man, that
anywhere.
was like half a year ago at least.
Dracus
Okay.
Gondoras. He's a human
I know,
man.
Hold on.
Pretty
let me
sure
check my
Vox
names.
Camps was like back in like spring
That was
last year.
session 17 was when we got to the Vox camp, I think.
I
Oh god,
don't-
that was like towards the beginning of the
I
year.
don't
That was
have
33 sessions ago.
I don't have Dracus's name written down. I have Randall.
Of course you have Randall.
Dracus was probably just a character that we were like, oh yeah, stop, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, to answer his question, we are currently in a pickle and are needing quite a favor. So if you can possibly give us an audience with, sorry, I'm very, very tired.
Finch.
Finch.
He kind of looks at you for a moment and says, I believe he's still here. I believe he was heading into the Avarian states later this week. Let me check if he's still here. And he kind of enters the tent. And as he does, as he opens it up, with your guys' passive perception, you both have pretty high. Looking inside, you see a very large dragonborn, like hunched over a map, and a like dark red-skinned, almost fiery woman across the table from him, and they seem to be like bent over a map, and they're kind of pointing at it and discussing. Like you can't quite tell what they're saying from this distance, but as Dracus, what do you want, Thomas?
Can I see their mouth?
Because what are they saying? Because I have the clockwork earwig that I could. I gain
I'm
advantage of
observant.
hearing things. He's just like.
Can I see their mouth?
You can see the Dragonborn's mouth.
What's the dragonborn saying?
The
No,
Dragonborn.
I can hear very, very well with my clockwork earwig.
You faggots.
Jesus.
Damn. Okay.
No, it's just, hey, people are talking. What are they talking about? I need to know. I need to know.
Advantage on wisdom when it comes to hearing things. Perception
They seem
checks.
to be discussing some form of treaty. You can't exactly tell, but I will actually have to look something up real quick.
Oh damn. Well, yeah, let's go, Wade. Let's go.
Yeah.
World building lore. Fuck yeah. Cheers, brother.
Observant literally never helps when I need it to, but in like this type of shit, it always comes in and it works.
Dude, I knew my clockwork earwig would be so useful spying on conversations from our allies.
Okay, where is this document? It might take me a second
Okay.
to find this.
Before I RP and like blank on the word, what's the word of like, okay, so what's the word I'm looking for to describe someone as like, oh, he's the guy that we know that we actually have friendship with of the organization,
Ally?
but we don't have like weight. Like we can't throw our weight with you guys because our weight would be thrown better against, Finch.
I don't know if
There's
there
a
is
word.
a word specifically.
word.
For,
He's our plug.
Well, yes. Yes.
I have no idea what word you are talking about.
Chad, who owns a thesaurus?
Who owns a thesaurus?
I'm pretty sure I have one in the other
Just
room.
Google it.
Okay.
I thought ally would just be that.
Word for
Well, technically, you can be
someone
allied
you
with individuals
have
you've never met.
influence
Oh.
with.
A friend with benefit, mayhaps?
I mean, we are friends with him, and he does give us benefits, but that I don't think that phrase entirely works.
What do you mean? Lennon says with an entirely straight face.
Look, you know all of those older women you hang out with at the university? Those are friends with benefits.
Those women aren't old. What do you mean? You guys are old.
We're talking in relative terms.
Okay.
Now that just makes me wonder, how old does someone have to be for Lennon to consider them old?
Okay. So, I finally found it. So, you hear mention, and you're catching most everything.
Nice.
Something
Well, you
about
say all that.
a gathering or an event in the near future called the Oshdrach. And particularly a meeting with a faction called the Jakansars, and how the Vox had seemingly made a tentative agreement, an allyship possibly, with this group of Jakansars, this faction.
You know, this is probably a bad time to mention this, especially since I just looked back at Discord and saw that Thomas was gone. But while we were in the Vox camp, we're almost certainly not going to have time for this now, but weren't we also going to ask about the Forge and how their weapons seem to keep getting bought by terrorists?
Eh.
To
We'll ask
answer your
Fringe about
question,
that later.
yes. That is the secondary motive that we'd be able to ask after. Lynn wakes up and finds out his bag of holding is missing.
Guys, what the fuck?
Because I needed the weapons that were forged.
Not
You
being
have
able to go through and look at details for one-shots to find the lore I'm giving you.
I thought you had one of the Light Star Forge weapons. Wayne
I
does.
do. Wayne
Okay.
Wayne does, and I
A
believe I do as
moment
well.
later, after it closes and that very, very soft conversation goes to literally nothing for you and your ears, as good as they are, and you physically can't see their mouths anymore. Dracus opens up the front of the tent again and says, "Finch is still here. If you will follow me, I will lead you to him." As you enter in, you see the map has been rolled up, and both the Dragonborn and what you assume to be the Genasi woman have left the room. And as you guys enter in, you see Finch from the back room, kind of entering in. He looks exhausted. He looks as tired as Rikus, if not worse. As he's kind of stepping out, he looks over and says, "This can't be good news."
Never is with us. You look like shit.
Have you seen yourself in a mirror today?
No, but I'm told it looks fantastic. I shaved recently.
No, you
can't
look
tell?
like this.
You look 2
Oh,
toes
okay.
in the grave already. I'm sure I look about there as well. What
I
can the
feel
Vox
about
do
3.
for the Inexorables today?
Well, have you been filled in with recent events on this country?
In what are you speaking? There's
Well,
been
I
a
just need to
lot
know.
happen.
There has been quite a lot happening. I mean, first and foremost, the Red Rise Massacre, I'm sure.
Yes, everyone has heard of the Red Rise Massacre. I
Yes.
heard rumors, whispers, uncertain if they're true, that you were there.
Oh no. Anyways,
Yep.
yes.
You say that like it's a bad thing we were there.
It's always you five.
We may or may not have played a hand in rescuing almost enough senators to prevent a declaration of war, but hey, that's where we're at. At least we
Well-
got you boys off the hook.
A little bit. Now we're attempting to be conscripted into this war. I have spent
Not
nearly the last
surprised.
2 days in meetings with representatives of various councils, knightships, lords, and even a few ladies trying to convince us that we owe them a large portion of our military capabilities.
That
Which
sucks.
may be some, but not a large amount. We must protect our own.
Understandable. Well, we're not asking for very much other than a lot because what we need is quite a favor.
Have you ever read a thesaurus? Because those are synonyms that you just said.
Antonyms?
No. We're not asking for a lot. But we're asking for much.
Antonyms.
Same difference.
Well, I'm glad you're still here because you're the only one that we have kinship with in your leadership. However, we are currently facing, how do I put it, Wayne? We're being hunted by a lot right now. It seems that our
Okay.
involvement in the Red Rise Massacre has caught the attention of, well, Varys, if you remember him.
Yes.
And his brother that we all work together to kill. It seems that their father, or whomever, the actual vampire lord, has set his eyes on our organization, specifically our party. We are currently being hunted by all of the syndicates, as well as whatever abominations of hell, or whatever hells were in those prisons beyond the void.
And your
But-
request is what? Sanctuary?
No, not at all. That would endanger your people. In fact, we are going to be out of here before the end of this morning, hopefully. Our current situation is a dear friend of ours and the close family member of Leopold, the noble of our party, has been taken by one of the syndicates, and we are currently on the hunt to, well, find her in one piece. I can tell you as much that she is alive, but our current lead is in an interrogation room back in Team, being watched over by the Stonesides. And we have very little time before he is being moved to a different cell, and we lose all possible contact with this informant. This informant, however, happens to be, if you recognize the name at all, the Viscount of Fear.
You see recognition spark in his eyes immediately. He says, "How did you manage to come across one of the Viscounts of the Qualms?"
We maybe pulled some legally gray things and bashed into a meeting that we very much so interrupted, and caught them off guard.
Well, I bet many people weren't very happy about that.
No, not at all, but I mean, we're already targeted by everyone else. May as well add a few more to the
Yes,
list.
just add more to the list. What a
That is
grand
why-
idea, Rikus.
in a
Yes.
bit of a time crunch because we have reason to believe that some of the higher ups in team may be on someone else's pay, and we're trying to move before they can take control of this situation.
There's only one issue. Not a single one of the mages or interrogators of the stone size are even near capable. Nor anyone else in my party are near capable of breaching the mind of such a thing. And you were the first person that came to mind when you were, you and your arcane abilities being able to breach the mind of, well, our dear friend,
You can do it.
the Celestial. Yes,
You got
remember?
this. You got this. Come on.
Sorry, I meant to say our dear Celestial friend, Pax.
There we go. Okay.
I said it out of order. My bad. I knew his name.
Cap. Nate with the
We were
most
going-
"Are you sure about that?"
So-
look ever known to man.
I like to imagine. I like to
so-
imagine Wayne is just passing him note cards. And
Because I'm like so tired. I'm so tired of just being passed note cards. Anyways, to keep
Literally
everything
holding them up
brief
like a
as po-
teleprompter, just dropping them as he finishes.
We're straight up weekend to Bernie English shit right now.
Yeah,
I'm on one side, Sakir's on the other side, and Rikus is like sitting here just
Finch
moving
kind
his
of
mouth for him.
smile.
And to keep things as brief as possible, we would like to commission your help, or if there's anyone else that you know of in the Vox camps that have arcane abilities such as yourself, that you are confident can come close to breaking this mind without breaking their own.
There are a few problems. Sadly, there is no one else of my arcane capabilities here in the camps currently. Gorsh is on another trip to the Astral Sea, and outside of him there are very few who could possibly glance into the mind, especially forcefully. And that's the second problem. With Pax, he was a willing participant. It is significantly more difficult the more resistant the mind is. Do you know what this man's skill set is? His mental defenses. Any information you can give me before I commit to this likely failure of an attempt.
I look at the one person in the room that also knows arcane shit. I look at Wayne and go, I don't have very much expertise in arcane things, so I'll hand this one off.
You can always phone a friend.
I would think you would have experience. You got charmed by him for a round.
I was Sakir.
Oh no, that was me.
No, it was Rikus.
Oh wait, no.
It was
it was
Rikus.
For some reason, I was thinking to when Varys did that at the very beginning with the knife on the boat.
Listen, man. The Anadeus brothers are just.
I'm trying to remember, did anyone actually know Rikus was charmed?
I think Leopold found
yes.
out.
I think it
Yeah.
was mentioned after the combat. That he
Okay.
was charmed for like 2 seconds before he got knocked out of it.
Well, given that he was able to mind control Rikus here,
Doesn't take
he's
much,
got at
probably.
least some skill with the mental. Though it's not sure how much.
And beyond that, everything we've been told about this Viscount is that he has a way of influencing, well, his entire organization. So,
Well, I am willing to make an attempt. It will be difficult, and it is unlikely to succeed. In situations such as this, and I have had the displeasure of entangling my mind with another arcane adept once or twice. The problem is, the more capable someone is, and the more defended that their mind is, the more fail-safes there are. And the more fanatical a person we are dealing with, the more likely they have a self-destruct switch in there. Reaching into the mind of a cultist just to feel their mind collapse on itself as it tries to take me with it is not something that is very pleasurable. I am willing to make an attempt, but if I sense any form of trap like that, I will not proceed, for the sake of the possibility of gaining information from him elsewise.
Look,
Is there anyone
Finch.
else?
Finch, it's fine if it hit the failsafe. It's fine if it hit the failsafe. He can be a brain dead corpse. I'm fine with that outcome.
Leopold
Is there
punching
is
the
there
air,
anyone else?
wishing.
Beyond breaking into the mind, is there anyone else in your organization who's adept in interrogation?
Enhanced
possibly-
interrogation, maybe, but that's not going to happen in a precinct of the gods there.
Anybody who can cast Zone of Truth?
Of course there are people who can cast Zone of Truth. There's a whole handful of paladins here. But he's kind of sitting there thinking to himself for a second and says, well, if you're needing to go earlier is sooner than later, do you have a way for us to get back, or are you needing me to teleport us?
Wayne here has the teleportation circle directly to the precinct.
All right.
Well, not the precinct.
Well, the
No, it is the
constable's office is, yes.
I'll say it was the central
It's
precinct.
the
And I'm
central
pretty sure that wasn't.
precinct. So you're
Yes.
still like a 15-minute walk from...
Well, yeah, to the central precinct, yeah. Anyways.
I do have the sigil, but it's about a 15-minute walk from the sigil.
Okay. As he's kind of sitting here thinking for another couple seconds, he says, all right, well, I must be back by late afternoon, so I guess I'm heading to team with you.
Before you go, before we head out, since we are in the Vox, there is another lead that I would like to close out.
All right.
And this one's a little more uncomfortable, possibly. And Rikus pulls out a small short sword and, holding it by the hilt, displays the crest
Maker's mark.
the maker's mark, and says, "Do you happen to recognize this?"
As soon as you, begin to point it down, he's like, yes, that is one of the blades of the Lightstar Forge.
So I've been told. And it is of my understanding that the Lightstar Forge originated from Vox Camp. And it's a network that is continually growing now, it seems. But
Yes. It has grown quite popular quite quickly.
yes, well, unfortunately, the incidents with the Red Rise massacre and the riots happening outside of the Senate building, we found crate loads worth of weaponry crafted by the Lightstar Forge, ordered by whatever holdings company that was probably just a shell. But
Valerium Holdings.
yes,
Mhm.
Valerium Holdings. Sorry. It's one of our leads, and I just need to close it out. But if there's any more information I can glean on those orders and
As you kind of
any
say
other
that,
mass orders that are being sent out, not related to the war effort currently.
you hear him shout out, "Nari, can you come here shortly?" A few moments later, you see the Fire Genasi woman kind of enter back in, and she says, "Yeah, bitch?" And Finch says, "Thank you. Can you tell Warden to look through the books quite religiously for what holdings did you say?
Valerium Holdings.
Valarium holdings, and put them on a blacklist, and any other somewhat blank organization. Supposedly, you say the weapons were used in the attack at the Red
Yes,
Rise Massacre.
almost every weapon that was confiscated in the attack itself, as well as the household who we confiscated some of the weapons from. Their cellars were full of crate loads.
Well, it sounds like we made a lot of money off of them.
Absolutely.
But we obviously will not be continuing our patronage.
If you need some other organizations to blacklist, Party, help me out.
Aiden is having a autism attack in the top right corner
It's
of
not
my...
an autism attack. I'm just saying, we could, like, I don't know if they have any way of magical tracking. We could put just, like, a magical tracker on their shipments to see where a potential warehouse is. We could set up some sort of sting operation with a livery. There are more things we can do than just blanket ban them, even though, admittedly, we might not have the time to execute any of those. So
At least give it to the authorities, saying, "Hey, these guys bought a lot of weapons. You should check them out."
well, this is kind of the relevant authorities, because we're not going to, potentially set out the Vox by telling the government that they sold weapons to terrorists. But yeah,
Nari
So
kind
it'll be the
of
first time.
gets solemn for a second.
What are all
and
the
kind
company
of
names, Lennon?
nods.
What are all the other company
Le-
names?
Leopold was the one who researched it, not me.
Yeah.
Oh.
She writes down
Anyways.
on a note
Let
and
me
says,
take my notes.
"I will take it to him this very hour." And she kind of nods. And Finch turns back to you guys and says, "Well, if perhaps Warden was maybe a little bit more careful at researching the buyers, we might have caught this, but I doubt it. We have so many customers through the Light Star Forge. It is difficult to keep track of everything. To be entirely honest, it's one of the few things that provide the Vox any form of income. So the care at who those weapons are sold to has been lackluster. We will try to increase the guard in that regard. My sincere condolences if that cost you any undue harm."
Probably not us, but the city of Suno, and probably have other words, but they're not here today, so they have other things to focus on at the moment. Anyways, well, I think that wraps up that lead. We should probably make due haste.
I
All
can't
right.
find anything about Valarium necessarily else in my notes besides just that name.
I know it was the warehouse at the very least, and there were a couple
Yeah.
of other properties to look into, but we didn't get to those in time.
Yeah. Not necessarily like any separate legal entities, just more so this is a bunch of stuff owned by Valarium Holdings.
What was the name of Varys's company in Sargoth?
like the shipping company
Yeah,
or
yeah.
his troop? Let's see, 'cause
Both.
the troop was the Laughing Faces.
Yeah.
Um,
What was Varys's shipping company? Because I don't think I have that one.
That is a damn good question. Let me see if I can find that in my notes way back when.
Let me try and open that
I
system.
have names
too.
of their ships.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can't find it. I need to open
I have
it
the
up.
Batahar's Revenge, the Sister of the Seas. Was
Yeah.
Jay's on Fairway. Is it in the misc notes? Harrius Falcom? No. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that name.
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it in my notes. I might have to go back and watch one of the sessions to find it. Homework assignment.
I don't even know if there was a name. I think we just had the ships. If we only have ship names right now.
I'm
No,
pretty sure it was only the ships.
I'm damn sure you guys had some kind of company or something.
Yeah.
But you had the Batahar's Revenge and the Sister of the Sea.
I think it was named after like those 4 dwarves or whatever it was. Or
I
whatever it
will
was
make
that were.
note.
Estun. Rakshasha. That's
Well, the name of the guys were the Garland brothers. Harvey Garland, Laris, Jarvian.
Oh, you
and
have
Harrius
those guys'
Falcom.
names?
Yeah, those are the names of all the other.
Yeah, those dwarves suck. They turned into imps, then stabbed me with lightning javelins.
That they did.
Yes, they did. Atta boy. Okay, we are going to move on, but I am actually very, very curious to find that, because that's
see
the heckin' like 46 sessions ago. This was mentioned offhand. What is it?
I cannot find it. And
I-
I could have swore that you mentioned it.
I am like 99% certain I mentioned something.
We gotta ask Jack. Call him in here.
It's okay.
Dude, Jack won't know Jack. Let's be honest. Okay, regardless. Finch is going to say, well, I'm ready when you are, I guess. Dracus, and you see Dracus kind of enters the room from the side area, and he says, we're going on a little bit of a side quest this afternoon. To team, it seems. And Dracus kind of nods and says, well, I'm with you for the day, so wherever you're going.
Yippee!
And they both kind of nod and look towards you guys. Finch says, when and where are we leaving from?
How about right here? And I'm just going to start drawing the sigil on the ground.
He says, that's a expensive rug, but that's fine.
Just kind of rolls the rug to the side a little bit. Continues drawing.
So you take a minute, you draw out the sigil, and we are going to go back to Lennon as you.
I do want to say I
Wake
don't have the notes of the company name, but I do have this note in my some of my oldest notes. Steel lungs if you manage to drain the blood from a body is what I have written down. I don't know what that's from, but Lennon now needs to remember to steal lungs if he gets a chance.
It's not steel lung, it's iron lung.
No, the Naztharoon ate the lungs when it drained the blood from the bodies. Is that what that's referencing?
I guess so. I don't know why I wrote it down, but I guess it's
That's-
something Lennon needs to remember.
Lennon, you wake up to this constant pounding of must steal lungs if the body is bloodless.
Ugh.
You wake up and you kind of look out and you're trying to wake up and you see Leopold like pacing outside the room.
Oh
Well,
man, father's
hold on.
lessons really.
Pacing outside Linen's room.
You have Leopold has been waiting for Linen to get up for a while now. He's been doing rounds, he's been going around. He timed as best he could when Linen would wake up and is like, it's any second now. My clock is not off.
Yeah,
This guy's just laying
He
in the
would be
cot,
doing that.
staring at the ceiling. It's like, father's lessons really do hit hard. Time to start the. He'll look off to the side. Oh, Leopold, have you been up long?
I've been up for the past 4 hours since.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right,
Oh.
elves. Okay.
Now
What's
that
up?
you-
What did I miss? Is Rekus still alive?
Yes, and the other three went down to the Vox camp. I haven't heard from
Perfect. Well,
them.
have you checked?
I've been doing patrols around.
Is that what the lanterns are for?
Yes, this one reveals anybody that might be invisible, and also the Viscount might be undead, more than likely.
Have you tried detect good and evil?
He's in a magically sealed room.
Detect good and evil just lets you know where they are if they're within 30 feet.
I don't have that spell. Do you?
No. Shall I go down to the market and buy a few scrolls?
We already have already have half of our party gone. We had best not split up, and we had best be going down to watch the Viscount. Come on. And
Oh man. Alright.
I will drag you out of that bed if need be.
Yep. Have you eaten? He'll like start rummaging through his bag for a ration.
A few dry rations, but not much.
More rations for breakfast then.
Slightly
Right.
moldy bread.
Yeah. Oh, alright, let's go ask Stone if he can sell us any rolls of detect good and evil. Then-
You can ask him that. I'm
All
going
right.
to be going back down to the Viscount.
Why is Wayne?
He's
Why are you staring at your camera like that, Nate?
I found the company.
Oh! What is
It
it?
is called The Company.
God damn it!
In 5 locations.
They're the fucking lethal
It is
company guys.
Ferris's
That's what
shipping
they've been
company,
doing.
owned by the company. We get to the warehouse by the company, also owned by the company, and members of the company.
There's no way that's what you have noted down.
Look, they're just the lethal company guys.
Yep.
That's what they've been doing.
Very.
I have Valerium Holdings, and then I have everything else literally just refers to the company, including the other company or the shipping company.
Great. Well, that's its name now. I can't wait for the business to show up. And, their rival, the market.
No, their company
The
just needs to
market.
be. Hold on, what's the name? I need to make a reference. Hold on.
I need to.
Yeah, there needs to be AEY shipping, and I really hope you guys get that reference.
I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
I do
I don't know
not.
that.
I'm gonna
It's a
keep
reference to
looking
the
for
movie
this.
War Dogs. It's a good movie.
I haven't seen that movie. But anyways, I guess while that's happening, as we're heading down, I'm gonna ask Jefferson Stone, hey, you got any scrolls of detect good and evil? I'll buy them
Stone
off you.
kind of looks over at you and says, sadly, the guard here doesn't have much in the way of casting nor scrolls. We have a few in the main precinct, perhaps, but I don't believe I'd have anything here.
If we can get him, I can cast him. I heard about this.
Why?
Well, Leopold told me about his lantern, and I know that the spell can sense undead within 30 feet.
All right.
So-
Well, he is in the cell. I doubt
Yes.
you could sense anything in there.
However, the lantern itself is detecting something even though he is still in the cell, correct?
Well, how do we know it's him? Is kind of what I'm
That's-
saying.
That's what I'm saying. I can do a loop within the radius of the lantern, and if I don't find anything, we know it's likely him.
All right. I guess I'm too tired to understand. I understand what you're trying to get at.
Well, it increases the likelihood that it is him.
What's gonna make the difference on whether it is or isn't him?
Well,
We're still on high alert. We're still probably all going to be sent on our way come 2 hours from now. He kind of looks out. He says, "The sun's up.
It's-
Likely all the couriers have gotten to all the estates and notes have been delivered. I'm probably going to get my ass reamed here in about 30 minutes."
It's more so insurance that there's only one.
I'm sorry, Lennon. I don't have a way to get one for you immediately.
That's fair. I
There
guess
are
it,
plenty of magic shops within a stone's throw from here if you really wish to try and find one.
that was the plan. If you didn't have any, Leopold.
Just out of curiosity, I would like to go ahead and Rocky Talkie Rikus and ask them where they are in all of this.
Okay.
You can't because we are currently in a wormhole.
Okay, you don't need. It's not like you take that long to travel. You just step through.
He said, while you're teleporting, we'll go back to the other group.
Okay, yeah, but it's not like that teleporting takes a significant amount of time.
They have to go.
Well, it takes.
Leopold, they have to go through customs.
it-
Come on.
Yeah, they have to go through interdimensional customs, and then you forget teleporting takes just as long as actually walking there. You just do it instantly in your mind, right?
That's definitely how it works.
That's definitely how it works. I'm the DM.
Like
I make
rides
the
in
decision.
Skyrim. It's like the
Okay.
wagon rides in Skyrim. The time advances by 19 hours, but it's a flash of an eye.
Does that mean you age when you're traveling through a portal?
Yep.
Like you age faster?
Yep.
Just like Dispatch. And Chase.
I
Okay,
need to go into playing Dispatch.
it is a great game. Anyway,
So
so
I don't got any other ideas. Let's see what spells I've got.
no, Wayne, you are absolutely able to hear this message. Do you respond? I would say you have just
What is
finished
the-
up the conversation and you're writing chalk on the dirt right now.
What is your message?
I'm just wondering, how are things going down there?
Good.
What
Be
is
there
your
soon.
status? Okay. I'll go ahead and just ring Lennon up and tell him that the other part of the party said they'd be here soon.
Oh. Well, that's that. What else?
Actually, before I do that, I'll just ask. I assume you relay that you'll be bringing Finch and whatever the guard's name was along.
Finch and Dracus.
Yes.
No. I'm busy drawing a sigil. I'm focusing on that. You
What does
asked,
Sakir say?
how's it going? I said good.
Have you tried Sakir?
Yeah. Let's ring up Sakir. I'm doing a terrible Jade impression, but Sakir definitely said that Finch and Dracus are coming back with them,
Yeah,
so then I can
Sakir
relay that to
absolutely
Lennon.
said that. Sakir totally said that. Absolutely.
Yes. Don't you know? This is exactly what Sakir sounds like.
Well, I'm a little brooding. I'm the best brooder.
Nobody can brew better than me.
Nobody brews
Okay,
as good as us.
If you're starting with the BR, there are worse words you could say.
Nobody
don't try
breathes
again.
better than us.
That plunger goes great on his head.
I give the best Concordian souffles.
The
You'll never see
best.
any other souffles.
You'll never
like
see one
mine.
better. Bill Clinton doesn't come close. Thomas, come back.
I did
Anyways.
not give Bill Clinton a Concordian souffle on Jeffrey Epstein's island.
I did not have Concordian souffle with Bill Clinton. It never happened. But if it did, I would have been the best to ever do it.
I would have been the top.
Right. Well, let's see what else I've got.
What is this? I already know
I could
Thomas
see him
would have.
walking.
Thomas.
Okay, no, it's actually for the best that Thomas isn't here for this conversation because it would be
Fair
1,000 times worse if he was.
It would just keep going downhill the whole time. Okay.
And it would have like 5 soundboard quotes going.
Yeah, probably. It would have the slowed and reverbed version of "We Are Charlie Kirk."
The slow to reverb orchestral version.
Hell yeah. So, Wayne, you're finishing writing all this down. Secure responds. You finish writing the sigil and you step through the teleportation circle. You are in the central precinct. As you guys exit, there are a few surprised faces for but a moment, and then they remember the note they got in the middle of the night. And you guys are able to rush out. You are about a 15-minute speed walk from the other precinct here in town.
Cool.
Right.
Okay. The
We're
fog has
speed walk
started
back.
to lift as the sun is beginning to shine through it.
Good.
When the hell did I get dark vision? Anyways.
What do you mean, when did you get dark vision? Do you have dark vision now?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I somehow have dark vision. I'm like, what?
I'm curious as well. I'm gonna look at this real quick.
Monk shenanigan. It says.
Did Genasi get dark vision?
I don't know. My sheet
say-
might just be messed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Genasi just get dark vision.
Wow. Okay. I guess I have dark vision,
Good
guys.
on you for knowing your character.
I don't scroll.
I mean, I guess we should have known that Ganassi have dark vision because everybody has fucking dark vision except for humans.
Yep. And orcs, I think.
Anyways.
Welcome back, Thomas.
Yeah. You'll have to watch the VOD to see what thrilling conversation you missed. Damn it! Zach fucking called that.
No, I didn't call it. He has his headset on the whole time. He's just muted.
Oh, I didn't realize you had your headset on the
I
whole
have a
time.
wireless headset, guys.
He's got a wireless headset and a tiny house. What did you expect?
I
No,
forgot it was
the
wireless
dog,
because I've always used wired.
I was informed that the dog vomited, so I had to go clean that up.
Huge.
Oh, fun.
Speaking of, I gotta wash my hands.
Go wash your
Alright.
hands.
Just
Well, I
Of
guess.
course, after you touch your keyboard to play "We Are Charlie Kirk" slowed and reverb.
okay. So
I guess while we're waiting,
Yeah, Linen.
Linen will. Jeez. I guess Linen will take a look at the Viscount to try and confirm, confirm or deny if he is undead, based on what Leopold said.
okay, so you're just perceiving, or are you going and getting a scroll?
How long
I
would it
would
take me to
say-
get a scroll?
I would say
10
don't worry
minutes.
about the scroll.
Don't get the scroll? Okay, I guess I'll have to perceive it then.
Okay, you can either investigation, perception, insight, one of the three.
Okay.
You may
let's see
have
what's-
a slightly different type of answer dependent upon what you pick.
Okay.
I'll say, could I give him advantage just by offering to help?
Sure.
We'll have to do insight, unfortunately. That is just my best one.
And you know what I can do, and what I think might be the first time this has been, maybe the first time, either way, first time it's been relevant in a long while. I can use my artificer item that I forget the name of to cast a cantrip from any list, and so I can get. Wait, I was about to say I can give you guidance, but you already have guidance, don't you?
Well, I can't give myself. Can I give myself guidance?
Yes, you can.
Wow, I've never done that.
You touch a creature.
Whoops.
Yeah.
You
Why
are,
aren't
in
you
fact,
rolling a medicine
a
check?
creature. We're not rolling a medicine check. What
I
drugs are you on?
can't down pants.
Listen, if
I
I could,
love
if
creature.
I could do an I wish I could do an Arcana check, but they won't let me in the cell with him.
Viscount, can you please drop your pants? We need to do a prostate exam.
Pulls out a rubber glove. Anyways, yeah, rolling
Viscount pulls out
disadvantage.
a rubber penis.
Yeah, advantage plus 1d4.
Yeah, listen, yep. Rolling. Alright. 29.
Nice.
Not as good as Leopold's 30, unfortunately.
I mean, you did get a nat 18 and a 4 on the guidance,
Yeah.
so.
I would like to know, Lennon can hold his breath indefinitely, so he does know what it looks like if somebody is just holding their breath
Okay.
the entire time.
You're watching him. He does, at this point, as you guys have returned to him, he's a little bit more active. He's looking around a little bit. You know, he's kind of gone into a meditation of sorts. Sitting up on the cot, crisscross applesauce, arms in his lap. He closes his eyes, and as you're watching, he's taking a breath and letting it out. And then you can hold your breath indefinitely. It looks like he's doing it more out of habit than necessity. Because at times he will simply just stop for an extended period of time.
Stop. So he's breathing out of habit, or he's holding his breath out of habit?
More like it looks to you like someone who's breathed their entire life but no longer has to.
Turn to Leopold and Stone. Yeah, he probably doesn't have to breathe.
I'm sorry, is Stone in the room?
I assume so.
We'll say he is.
I assumed he wasn't.
He kind of looks at you and says, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, and just to check, I'm going to very briefly light the lantern again. I assume it's still green.
It is still green.
Okay, I'll snuff it out, because if either that means, undead could just still be within 300 feet, but if it was something just randomly passing by, you would think it would be gone by now.
So the question is, what sort of undead is he? If he is if he's the sort of undead we've been dealing with this entire time, I've come prepared this time.
With what?
Oh, you know that ring they gave us in Vicius's manor? Or that Varus's head honcho used in Vicius's manor? I have that
Yes.
spell now.
I don't know if that was an ability specific to the vampire, but... specific to that vampire, but...
Weakening
always
is
nice to have.
weakening is weakening.
Yes.
So, if that is something particular to whatever he could be, then we've got something. Other than that, well, I don't really have much else. I'm more of a... Most of my spells I know are quick healing or various movement utility. I can make a flower bloom.
Either way, I think we're just going to be sitting here twiddling our thumbs until the other group arrives.
You got any more gadgets lying around in your bag?
None that would be handy here.
Oh yeah, and that lantern checks for invisible, so we don't have to worry about the dog just yet.
Although this one only checks within 30 feet.
Shoot. Should we check for that?
I mean, the lantern's presumably still burning because it said that, like, using an ounce of oil, it lasts for 6 hours.
Yeah, but it is also could just be outside the range. Waiting. Oh well. We'll get to it when we get to it.
That dog has been MIA for like 30 sessions.
Zach is just waiting to drop it somewhere.
That dog has been MIA for quite
Yeah.
a while.
And I'm going to have see invisibility prepared, and very well may have this the entire time until I know that dog is dead.
I'm so excited for me to just not wrap it up before like cutting this portion of the campaign and then just being like, yeah, it tried to jump you guys in between in the time jump. Y'all killed it.
If like I switch characters, just it killed Linen.
No.
Or something.
That's crazy.
Death by invisible dog.
It
Yeah.
found Linen and took the 1v1.
Every time there's a time skip, one of the characters has to 1v1 the dog.
That's crazy.
If you die, you change characters.
Okay, so
Alright.
a little bit down the line, 10 or so minutes later, you guys see kind of sauntering into the front of the precinct Wayne, the Anadeus brothers, and Finch and Dracus behind him. As they kind of enter in, some of them are stopped by guards for a moment, but Jefferson kind of calls them off, and he moves up towards Finch and Dracus and introduces himself. Finch kind of nods and says, I hear you have a prisoner that these fools would like me to speak with. And Jefferson kind of nods and says, I have gotten word that we have 15 minutes. So, let us get on with this.
Prepare for battle.
Jefferson kind of immediately begins walking to the back, and Finch says, I am uncertain what I can make happen in 15 minutes, but we shall see. As they kind of step up to the room, the moment you guys step in front of the glass, the Viscount's eyes open, and he looks out the window. Ah, so we brought friends.
May I not this again?
Is he actually talking,
Yes.
or is it just like, oh gee, wait, I thought he was gagged, or something.
Well, he
No, I'll
is.
say he wasn't gagged last.
He was. It was all mental that he was doing last session.
Okay.
It was like almost a psionic
Yeah,
connection in the
I'm
general
asking
area.
if he's sorry, I meant to ask, is he physically talking? If he's doing the
Yes.
mental stuff.
Yeah. Also,
He is still gagged.
I will
Okay.
inform Finch that there's a very high likelihood that he is some form of undead.
Finch kind of says, that complicates things quite a bit. We'll still
quite
give it a
sure.
go. He kind of looks
Thanks.
towards Dracus, kind of nods to him. So am I just doing it from here? And Jefferson kind of looks and says, yeah, we're going to have to open that, aren't we?
Unfortunately. Who wants to go in? Not you, Leopold.
Leopold just raises his gun, puts it back in his holster.
Leopold, I'm only allowed. I'm as the medical expert here. I'd recommend you leave the gun outside if you are going inside the cell.
The only reason I would go inside that cell is so I can shoot him if only necessary.
All right, you're staying out then. Wayne, you want to help with this?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Should we bring Muscle? No, surely Dracus has this.
Well, given that both the Anadeus brothers here have been mind controlled by at least something within the last month, probably not a good
Right.
candidate.
It looks like it's just us two then. Ugh.
Goodbye, Lennon.
Well,
We'll hold the fort
Leopold,
out here.
Leopold, shoot me if you have to.
Not me pulling up both Finch and the Viscount's character sheets so that we can do this properly.
Alright, before we head
Not
in,
me ready to shoot down anyone who comes in and tries to stop this thing in case it goes longer than 15 minutes.
I assume it's me, Wayne, Finch, and Dracus heading in, right? Is Stone heading in with us, or someone else?
Stone is not going in there.
Alright, who's
Um,
heading in? I just need to know.
I believe it's Wayne and Lennon and
Finch and Dracus.
Finch.
Okay. Then I will spend a level 2 spell slot to bless all 4 of us.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me look through this real quick, just to double check and see what kind of rolls we are making.
Before rolls start happening, after the door shuts behind them, I am going to turn to Jefferson and say, given my limited knowledge of a mind battle between two arcane creatures, if your higher ups try to interrupt this interaction, I will unfortunately have to delay it. It's in any means necessary.
Jefferson says, "We are going to attempt bureaucracy first. If they do so happen to show up, I will assist in this matter."
I'll gesture like, obviously, like.
Wayne, do you
What
have
want me
anything?
to do? Shoot 47 guards? Like,
You only need to shoot one man. As I look at the door.
Well, Wayne, you got
So-
anything to bolster our defenses as we enter in? Particularly Finch's.
Yeah, I mean, you could dump another bless on top, I
Yeah,
guess.
Dump another bless.
Now,
Guidance.
Bless only lasts a minute. So,
I'll say I don't think the same spell effect stacks.
Yeah.
I'll
Hit
say
Finch-
because
hit
I'll
Finch
say
with
yeah,
guidance,
the same effect doesn't stack because that's why Peace Cleric is so broken, because they get a discount bless that isn't actually blessed, so it does stack with real bless. And B, that was why because you remember the conversation we had about like the spell item I'd get later, and I was like, oh, 8 is broken because they can give everybody 30 HP, but then no, it doesn't stack.
yeah, because temporary hit points.
Well,
other
no,
than
aid is in temporary hit
Yeah,
points.
aid's not temporary
raises their
hit
max
points,
HP.
Still.
other than that, then as we enter, Lennon will cast Daylight on his dagger, ready to draw it if just in case it is a vampiric undead.
Okay, will do. So, as you guys open the door, the Viscount, you can see, like, behind the gagging, grins again, and is just kind of looking at Finch. No one else, just Finch.
Oh dear.
And Finch kind of pulls a chair in and sits directly across from him. And Finch doesn't even say anything. They're just looking into each other's eyes. You would guess that whatever Finch is doing has already started. And we're going to... We are going to start
jazz hands, everyone, jazz
some
hands.
rolls. As they're looking at each other, Finch forms a bead of sweat very quickly. He is concentrating very, very hard on this immediately. What he is attempting to do first is going to be a saving throw from the Viscount of Fear. Now,
Well, that's covered by bless.
this
Well,
is
no,
the
it's the
Viscount.
Viscount making the saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Not
So
Finch.
you would need Bane, and you would need
Hmm.
fail save for Bane.
Yes.
Sad.
Now,
Sakir, get in here.
the
Or Mindslipper.
now let's see. I think Sakir actually might have something. He has blood
I know he has a blood. I know he's one of
That's
his
Well,
for
say
curse.
attack
Sekir's-
rolls is
Yeah,
what
and
it gives
Sekir's
you
not
guys.
inside the room.
Nope.
Yeah, but they didn't close the door behind you. They're not just going to close you in an anti-magic sphere while they're trying to magic duel off.
I thought they had. Good to know.
So,
Close the door if it gets bad.
close the door if it gets bad. So,
I'm not going to close the door if it gets bad. I'm shooting him in the head if it gets bad.
we are going to roll at advantage a wisdom saving throw. This is the Viscount's first save. A 25 does save his first attempt to break into his psyche.
Silvery barbs.
You're gonna silvery barbs.
And Finch is getting the advantage.
God, I can't wait to see how many more silvery barbs we get.
Dang.
So, the Viscount's mind, a steel trap, locked.
I'll say, with silvery barbs, doesn't he technically have to take the 10 from
No,
the
he takes the new
advantage
roll.
roll?
He takes the new roll.
Okay. I think
Silvery,
it might be confusing that with the old lucky.
yeah, silvery barbs is no matter what they were rolling, whether at advantage or a flat roll, they roll again and they must take the new roll.
Yeah. Well, it's use the lower roll, but I wasn't sure if the first roll of the advantage was considered a separate roll. Or, that doesn't even technically say separate roll, it just says roll.
So basically, every time you force a new roll, it's a new set. So, like,
Yeah.
advantage, it's the higher of those two dice moves on to the next check. The next check might be element accuracy. It's the higher of those two die. And then, whatever die passes that, if it was silvery barbs at that point, it could be the fourth die down the road,
Yeah.
but there's only two dice per, like,
Yeah,
dice.
I was say I was just confused because I know that the 2014 version of Lucky works like how I was thinking, where you can just choose die even with the advantage disadvantage.
Yeah.
So, they continue. They're both in an immense amount of focus. This goes on for a few minutes, going back and forth, with neither side seeming to gain any footing. I am now going to roll a contested check. The first of which is going to be Finch's roll, also at advantage. And this is just going to be flat using their ability score modifier. And if someone would like to recast a bless, I'm assuming someone does, so I will roll this with a d4.
Yep. I'll spend it.
The first set will be Finch's roll. A 23.
Do better.
I mean, he got a 15 on the die.
And now for the Viscount's roll. Also at advantage. No d4, but a slightly higher modifier.
Oh,
Ah,
Silvery barbs.
silvery barbs. Yeah.
oh,
Oh, it is close. It is so tight. Going back and forth. By this point, both of them are covered, or Finch is covered in sweat. The Viscount is still cool as a cucumber. Just no sweat, nothing at all.
Lyndon, medicine check.
yeah. Hold on.
Check
I mean,
his balls.
sneaks around to the Viscount fondle.
Starts fondling his ball.
We must distract him at any moment possible.
No, at this point, Lennon is
Just
gonna
over here
like
You
like,
know, I
oh,
have
yeah.
a distraction.
at this point, Lennon is going to slightly unsheath the dagger, letting a bit of daylight peek through to see if it'll weaken
As
anything.
you do, you see the Viscount, who had his eyes closed for a moment. As you unsheath the dagger just a bit, you see him kind of flinch away from it for a moment before regaining composure. As best he can.
Lynn will as Finch is going, Lynn will slowly keep displaying more and more daylight from his dagger.
He seems noticeably less comfortable as you draw the dagger and shine it. And by the way, you're like blinding everyone in this room. This is an immensely bright light.
Yep.
Everyone's kind of, ow, turn it off, turn it off. It's like a 9,000 lumen flashlight being shined in everyone's eyes right now. Okay.
I am going to pull out that something that could come in handy.
I really hope you don't mean come literally.
Okay. Before you say that, before you continue, you guys hear Finch say, "What exactly am I looking for? What am I looking for?"
Anything related to Yvonne. A
The woman who was
named
captured.
Yvonne.
A woman kidnapped in Hafton by the
Yes.
Qualms, and where her location at the
Where she's
very least.
All right.
Plans.
Okay. We're going to make another set of contested checks. The Viscount will no longer have advantage.
Oh,
How many more times can you silvery?
His jar,
A
activate.
lot. Are you
It's
gonna
a first
dump
level
the
spell.
jizz jar on him?
I'm going to reach right over his
No!
head, going to
Just a single drop.
dump a jar
Oh, jizz.
of holy jizz
Okay.
on his head,
I would like you to roll
making
me
sure that it
3d6.
drips down.
I would like you to roll me
His-
3d6.
Dude was still rolling death saves from our combat. He had one death save left. He dies.
Literally melts from cum.
This is the weirdest torture I've seen.
Damn.
I mean, it's definitely somebody's kink.
Ugh.
As you start doing that, and as it does seem to like very obviously be hurting him, Jefferson steps into the room and kind of pulls you back a little bit, Wayne, and says,
It's like,
"No, we can't hurt him. That is
it's jizz.
very. That doesn't matter. It's obviously. Why am I having this conversation right now? Don't pour jizz on the man!" He points at you. Finch, concentration completely broke. Okay, we're rolling
I'm
Finch's roll.
helping.
Everyone gets disadvantage this round.
Okay, I forgot to roll.
Did
the
we roll
D4.
another guidance?
Okay, so that's
yeah,
a 23.
Do I need to roll
Oh, no.
another bless?
Hey,
I added the D4
You're good.
late. Okay,
Good.
now we're going to look at
Ugh.
the Viscount.
Listen, worst case scenario, I have plan B. I'm gonna hit daylight on Drax's armor.
On
Just-
what?
Plan B is a great follow-up for the holy slime.
No, plan B is that you daylight like the gag or something.
Oh no, that was the actual plan. I'm just gonna slap him upside the head. Bonk.
Rolling for the Viscount.
Ooh, we
That's
love
a
to see
low
it.
roll. He does get a re-roll. He gets a handful.
Why?
He's a high-level spellcaster. Of course he can re-roll checks.
Silvery,
Yeah.
silvery barbs.
If he's a sorcerer, he can also spend a sorcery point to reroll his thing. But he has to take the next one.
Still fails.
Oh, that was
Still a
almost
lower
a one.
roll. You hear Finch say, "I'm not finding much. Bits and pieces. A ship from Hafton. going to Distar.
Write that down.
He
And
takes
that's stuff we
another.
already knew,
He takes
but-
another moment. Says, "There's things going down in Distar. I can't quite tell. I see plans. An assault? Maybe it's just something they know about. I can't tell." He kind of opens his eyes for a second, is immediately kind of blinded from the dagger being shown. A few seconds later, he says, "Is there anything else I can look for? We only have a few minutes left."
Stone, you want any info?
Names.
Yeah. Stone, you want anything? Yeah, Stone, you want anything particular to help solidify your position or your situation?
Stone says, "See if you can find anything on the other Viscounts."
Yep.
Say, I assume I don't get any say because I already got the Nate going to Distar.
Do you have something that you put out?
Yeah.
Any potential safe house locations in Distar?
And
Okay.
names. And Viscount.
He is
I was
going
gonna say,
to
Name-
start.
names? Names, particularly Viscount or safe houses.
He is going
Whichever
to
one.
start as Stone says, particularly strife or anger. Either of the Viscounts. Anything on them. We're going to roll another set of contested checks.
Yippee.
Do I need to read up bless here?
Yes, you will.
Alright, using my last level 2.
Actually, I'll say you don't really need to be spending level 2s on this if it's just him rolling.
I'm doing it for protection.
Oh!
Fair enough.
Double 20s.
Double 20s.
40.
No, not 40. It added them together. I said advantage, but it added them together. That is a 28.
48.
Oh boy.
Literally highest he could roll.
Literally
Actually,
highest
a
he could
one-off
roll.
highest he could roll.
Okay. Viscount has a snowball's chance in hell to succeed, but let's see if he can do it.
What's still? He's a +6, right?
Ha.
He has a way to add to the roll. He can add 2d4 to the roll,
Ooh.
so he is going to.
Oh!
He still fails, bitch.
I was waiting for that silvery bars to come.
I was waiting for it too. You see Finch seemingly kind of twitch for a second and then say, "Anger is in Distar. Strife is in Suno." Kind of twitching again. He opens his eyes and says, "We need to shut the door. Everyone out."
Alright.
Shit.
As-
he activated a failsafe.
As you
Time to go.
guys exit the room, he very swiftly, he does not take his eyes off of him. He backs his way out of the room. And as the door closes, the seals, the arcane runes on the walls flash again. And the Viscount, you see him actively attempting to escape. Seemingly
Oh boy.
unable to, for one reason or another, before the door closes, and he becomes completely corporeal again. Finch, coated in sweat, drenching at this point, looks around. Well, that was fun. He's far stronger than even I thought he would be.
Pooh boy. I'm
But
glad
we
we did.
succeeded in getting the information we needed. Granted, you cheated,
I'm-
but
Not entirely certain that I got exactly everything that I could have, nor can I guarantee the validity of that information. But I can tell you, I am nearly tapped out. He spent that entire time attempting to phase out of this existence.
Oh,
He
like
was
a
trying to
self-ban-
blink into the ethereal nearly the entire time.
Oh, jeez.
He was more focused on that than he was defending his mind, I guess. If it wasn't for that dagger, I'm nearly certain he would have actually blinked.
Oh boy. I'm
So
glad
I am going
I'm picked
to...
up that smell.
Yeah, I'm going to give Finch a hug.
Thank you for your
Weird.
service. Thank you for your
Finch is
service.
gonna kind of side hug, and at this moment, a guard kind of comes running up and says, "Stone, Quaritch is here." And Stone kind of says, "You all need to leave out the backside of the building immediately."
cool.
Of course.
Before this happens,
get outta here.
2 things. One, to Finch, I'm going to say, I don't know if there's anything I can do right now, but in the future, if you need anything, I will help. To the best of my ability.
Finch kind
Hey,
of
guys.
puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "I'm sorry, I can't say for certain, but I'm not entirely certain you'll like what you find in Distar."
I don't care if I like it, but I need to find it.
Fair
To
enough.
be fair,
Right, because it's like, oh, I'm gonna like it.
this
the
journey is already crazy enough.
Yeah. The second thing I would like to do is I would like to look at Stone and say, if you were to happen to glance at the door, leave that door unlocked, you wouldn't have a Viscount problem by the time whoever you're meeting with gets down here. Because, let's both be honest, as soon as that door opens, just like Finch said, he's going to phase into the ethereal.
Well, not exactly, as Linen will hold up his sheath daylight
Stone is
dagger.
going to say, "You all need to leave."
Fair enough.
If Quaritch sees you here, not only my ass will be on the table, but all of yours as well. Especially if a
Hey,
Vox member is here.
I'm
What's the
going
name of
to,
the what's the name of our new base again?
Gray
the
Sand Keep.
Gray?
Great.
Yeah, Gray Sand.
Yeah. I will. He still has one of our. I still have his Rocky Talkie number, so I'm gonna Rocky Talkie number him and say, well, if you make it out of this one alive, you always have a home in the Gray Sand Keep.
You're saying
Anyways.
that to Jefferson?
Yes,
Okay.
because we still have his Rocky. At least I have his Rocky number.
You gave him a Rocky.
You gave him a rock.
I'm going to say
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
going to say 2 things very quick. One out of character, one in character. As for the out of character one, isn't Gray Sand a drug in your world?
I think it's.
believe
I
so.
think our keep is Gray Hand, isn't it?
Great.
Because I thought it was Gray Hand or Gray
Oh,
Sand?
if you
Could have sworn just said Gray Sand.
want to know, Gray Sand is a drug.
It is a
in his
drug.
world.
Because I was just wondering if our keep was named after a drug, if we were running into fucking cocaine keep. But the second thing I was going to say, on a much more serious note,
Great.
was that I'm going to look Jefferson Stone in the eye, now to ask him, can you guarantee that the Viscount won't leave this room? Or that if he does, you can guarantee he will not phase into the ethereal?
I can guarantee you nothing. If anything, I
Get
can
out.
guarantee that it sounds... He's like pushing you guys out and he's walking you out of the building as he's saying this. I can guarantee you that with his confidence of his likely release sometime today, he likely won't just disappear.
Alright. Well,
Alright.
do give the senator our regards if he is still alive.
I haven't heard from him today.
No news is good news.
Oh yes, of course. Anyways,
Let's go, gang.
Yeah, so funny thing about going, how exactly did he open the door the first time? Like, when getting Finch and everybody in there?
So there was a series of like arcane keys, effectively, like
Code.
stones with runes encoded into them that needed to be placed in a 3-stone sequence.
You're not getting in, bud.
Leopold.
You don't have. You need to have the physical keys.
Jeffrey, please drop your fucking keys, man.
He doesn't have all of them.
Come on, Leopold. We'll see him.
And
we'll
also,
see him
there are
next.
still a dozen guards around who are all very much like this feels wrong. Like, they're only there,
Whatever the
they're
fuck's going
only
on.
not jumping you because Jefferson is telling them not to.
Come on, Leopold.
I am going to, like, even though I know for a fact that it's not going to work, I would just like to make an impassioned plea to the guards that are here, saying that
Kill the Viscount.
you have seen the results of the Viscount's actions. You have seen what the Qualms have done in this city, and you know for a fact that man is going to be let free as soon as the door opens. Can you just stand by and let that happen?
You see Stone pushing behind you and says, as he's like pushing you guys out of the block and nearing the exit, he says, "May I remind you that it's because of you that we don't actually have any evidence on him. Here we go about by law, not feeling, not what we think, but what we know. I have no proof that what Finch says is true. I have his word as a member of the Vox, which is very unpopular.
Yeah, all of the guards are like.
Don't make me
literally
regret
a
helping you.
leader.
Now get out of here."
Come
Now.
on, Leopold. Best case scenario, the Viscount comes to hunt us later, and we can kill him then.
I'm
I
looking for
sorry, go ahead.
fucking anything I have that can help me in the situation, and it's none of it because I don't have shit here.
Leopold trying to find his insta-kill button on his level 10 character.
Well, couldn't
No,
Secure
I- like,
cast his
even
one
if it
thing that
was-
allows him to track someone for quite a while?
Yeah, how long does that last?
Let me see.
Wait, hold on. I was gonna say
Can we say while the door was open, Secure could have cast that?
you could have also cast Hunter's Mark because that allows you to give advantage on finding people.
How long
Oh,
does
you
that?
know what? I
doesn't that
was
last?
gonna say I was gonna cast Hunter's Mark, but I didn't see why I would at the time. But it is concentration for only 1 hour, so
Let's say you can upcast it though.
to what? Second
So
level?
Sakir has to damage a creature to put the brand of castigation on. And without Sakir here, I don't want to say that he did or didn't do that. I would think, in all likelihood, Sakir probably wouldn't go in and punch and stab the guy, because that would immediately get him kicked out from the entire precinct.
Oh dang, we should have brought out the knife.
I would need to upcast my Hunter's Mark up to like
Third level
levels
for
3
8
or
hours,
4.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's not happening.
Well, come on, Leopold. We got all the information we could. We've got a location. We've got some names.
I will leave. But I'll say once we get out the back of the building, what's like the likelihood? Okay, well, once we get out the back of the building, is there anybody with vision on us?
I mean, you guys are still near a main thoroughfare, so you would have eyes on you, yes. A minute or two walking, you could find your way into an alley or a smaller outcropping where there would be less eyes on you.
I'll say because I am hoping and praying that my one last fucking shot at killing this guy, and by that I mean getting Rikus to kill this guy, is just teleporting him up on a roof and having him snipe.
You don't need to teleport me, but okay.
Well,
I could probably get up there
I
myself.
want to have
but-
some part in this. Because I'm not going to be able to make that shot because I don't have that range on anything that isn't a fireball, and I've already worn out my I've already worn out my welcome enough. I don't need to collateral damage these guys any further.
As soon as we move into an
potassium
alleyway, do you briefly tell Rikus that you want me to do this?
Yes, Rikus.
Okay, DM.
Rikus. Please, I need you to shoot this man. You can make the shot. I know you can.
I don't know if this needs an insight check. DM, would I know what is definitely customary of? Well, actually, I probably would, but would I know it's definitely customary of the procedures that are taken to transfer a high-profile target from one facility to another? I would not find a line of sight.
You know that in all likelihood, the same exit you guys left, which is like a backside heavily secured exit, will likely have a steel wagon backed up to it and him enter it before streets have any view of him.
Right.
Yeah. Leopold, the likelihood of me finding a line of sight before he exits that facility is next to none. I cannot make bullets curve like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, don't you have a curving bullet?
No,
I have
it's
to
an
at least know what
elemental.
I'm shooting at. Unfortunately, I also cannot shoot through a, 1-inch steel thick wagon with no portholes or windows or anything like that.
Dracus kind of speaks up and says, "If I may put in a word, if there is any chance proper authorities can contain him, as unlikely as it is, there is a chance they can gather more information against the Qualms. Killing him now is a useless bloodshed."
You were not here when most of these conversations were had, Dracus, so I will not hold it against you. But in
He
all
was
likelihood,
at least read
the
in.
man, let's say, well, if he was let
was
in,
read in.
then he should know that the man who's coming to pick up that son of a bitch very likely is on his take somehow. He is not going to be going to any sort of prison. He is going to be walking out of here a free man as soon as that cart gets out of sight of the precinct.
I'll tell you what, we can sit here and hop rooftops and follow a steel wagon and have the possibility of alerting other guard that we are following a steel wagon that carries a high-profile target, which is already on high alert, and every other guard in the city will have eyes on everything moving around this cart. Or we could just start making our way towards Distar before any of our information that we possibly could have gleaned, whether or not it be valid, is no longer.
Finch is also going to butt in and say, "Is it truly worth breaking any possible tie that you have left? This kind
Indeed.
of assault and assassination would brand you a terrorist."
And likely
Rather-
our organization.
I'd rather remain an inexorable and not an assassin, Leopold.
You have gathered what information that you can. If he is exactly who you say he is, which I believe, with seeing into his mind as best I can, you will get another chance to kill him.
We were already pretty close the first time. So, I'd say the only thing holding us back was the fact that we needed him alive.
I will also say, I think he is significantly harder to kill than even you may anticipate. I also think he may have been captured on purpose. Once seeing the opportunity, he took it. I don't think he intended to get captured at that meeting. That's not what I'm saying. But you killed
He
many of
just
his
took the
comrades
opportunity.
very quickly. I am mostly sure that the information I have gleaned for you is as solid and good information as I can get, but I can also tell you they will be waiting for you there in Distar.
Oh, believe me, I've taken every step since the massacre on the Senate floor, assuming that we're being watched. So,
Do you have any
I am
allies here in
also-
team? Anyone that you could possibly reach out to? The senator, perhaps?
Left?
If he's still alive.
If he's still
I'll say-
alive, and we've already burned that card more than likely. But we can attempt to. As for you, my friend, the Vox has done a great deal for our organization since we've, well, started everything with you guys. We owe you one, so our organization as a whole, at least.
Well, we are currently in nearly as good a situation as we can be. Thanks to your help earlier this month, we have, well, not everything has been smooth sailing, but there have been a lot less deaths and missing persons in the camps. And at least in part, we have the Inexorables to thank for that. I have been in pretty consistent conversing with Lycus. If you would so request, we possibly could send a few of our agents up to the keep.
I believe Lycus would appreciate that.
Do you intend on going there before Distar?
No, we're going straight to Distar.
Are you sure that's the
It is
best
a-
course of action?
It's on.
Let's say,
It's on the way.
let me look at the map.
It's on the way.
Home
No,
base
it's
is just
not.
a rough spot. Home base is just a rough spot. Don't worry about it.
It's like not on the way at all.
It's like.
It would be like at least a day out, or maybe like half a day out.
It would delay us probably 2 days total.
Yeah, we're not going to Distar, or not going
I'm-
to home base unless we're getting teleported there.
I'm going to. I'm going to look at
I'd li-
Finch
I'd
and
like-
be like. Well, go ahead.
No, go.
I'm gonna look at Finch and goes, that is yet undecided. Prior to Yvonne's capture, we would have been stopping at quite a few places actually before home base, but home base was on the docket.
All right. He kind of looks over at Dracus and says, I have some afternoon appointments that I really do need to get to. I wish I could help more. But my people must come before yours.
And I'll say, while
Thank you
that
for your help today.
conversation, while that conversation has been going on in the background, Leo has been, he has like, basically, the inexorable badge of office, the like paper that we got saying, hey, we're Inexorables, and I don't think Leo would have like a copy of the inexorable oath that he signed on him, but at the very least, he has the like identification paper. The closest thing he has to a badge of office. You can see him holding it, and he is very visibly contemplating ripping it and like just leaving and saying he'll do this on his own. But he does when Finch says whether we're going to the keep or going to Distar. He does, just put it back in his cloak, say we're going to Distar, and with the two of them leaving, Leo will say, let's go. If we're not doing this assassination, we're burning daylight. We need to be to Distar now.
I agree.
I don't know. I think Vicus needs a bit. I'd like to at least get some proper rest on the way there. Look at Vicus.
What do you mean? I got a full 4 hours of sleep. Full 4
Secure
hours of
speaks
meditation.
up. Secure speaks up and says, we haven't spoken to Lycus in a few days. Maybe
We can
he
speak to Lycus. I was gonna say we could speak to Lycus on the road, but
How about this? We move up to Tolga, take the spine up to Jerrington. On the way there,
Well,
we'll see.
I'm gonna say
If we can-
I was going to assume that Sakir would say something about teleportation.
I mean, that's kind of what he is alluding to. Of, hey,
All right.
maybe if we contact the spellcasters, maybe they can come pick us up.
All right. Let's tap the international well, at least it wouldn't be international. The fucking national teleportation gang and see if we can get to Distar quick.
Okay. And
or at least home base.
before I answer that question, are you guys at all going to stop in with the senator, or are you just heading straight out?
I'd like
My
to.
vote is heading straight out.
I'd like to check on the senator at least.
I'd
let him
like
know
to
the
at least-
situation.
Possibly
As-
check on the senator and
Like while
also
we're checking on
ring
the
Lycus.
yeah, while we're
least
checking on the
with a
senator, we
message.
can ring Lycus
Okay.
and see the situation there.
So,
I think 2 birds.
do you guys ring Lycus on the way?
Oh yeah, I will
Yes.
ring Lycus on the way.
All right.
Oh, ring away.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello, sir.
On.
Hello, Rykus. What can I do for you?
Oh, it's just been a few days, and well, I figured we'd give you an update or two.
I was curious if you all had died yet. Glad to know you haven't. What have you got
Not
for
yet.
me? Where are you?
We are currently still in team, but we are making our way out. We are currently walking towards the senator's holding, the senator's manor, and checking on his status.
All right.
See if he's still alive. Either way, what was the last thing that we checked in on you with? Sorry, I am so exhausted. I feel like I didn't
You
sleep at all.
Rang me up when you entered into team. I believed you had questions about this, or I told you to check in on the senator, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The worrisome
Um,
note. I hope that went well.
The best it could. Well, he is definitely very aware of the attempts that will be made or possibly could be made on his life. We warned him of the other ones, but he did give us a lead towards the head constable team, and we took that lead, followed the constable's lead, and unfortunately crashed the party a little early on a meeting with a lot of very important people with the syndicates in the Cloudrian Empire. And
And you killed all of them, I assume.
oh no, we actually went in specifically not to kill them. The
Well,
less important
so-
ones, unfortunately, just fell to their
Progress.
own wounds. But it is progress. But otherwise, if you recognize the name, the Viscount of Fear, we captured him.
Oh dear.
Or should I say, he was captured because we almost killed him, and the Stonesides arrested all of us. We got out of that unscathed.
Also,
somehow.
can I just say, Thomas, those are not the Stone Sides. The Stone
not the
Sides
Stone
are
Sides?
Senator
No.
Lucar's personal guard.
Not at all.
Okay, what are they?
The Sapphire Guard was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
No, the Sapphire is Sargoth. No,
Sargoth.
maybe it is.
The Cobalt. Listen,
The
they're all
Cobalt-
blue.
The Cobalt is Revenant. I think
there's
it is
too
the
many
Sapphire
guards.
Each guard
Why are
has
they all
its own
blue?
It all has its own gem, and then the guards. That's like the Caladrian thing.
Okay, what's the
The
guards
Sapphire
of team
guard.
again?
The Sapphire.
Sapphire. Okay. Anyways,
think.
retcon Sapphire guards. Anyways, we were all arrested by the Sapphire guard. Somehow we got out of that unscathed. You're welcome. Either way, we needed a way to be able to interrogate the Viscount of Fear. And I went and hit up the Vox, and Finch was of great help and great success to us. And he is just now leaving back to the Vox camps while we are heading to the center. We have gathered the information that, in all likelihood, Yvonne is in or headed towards Distar, as well as the Viscount of
Anger.
Anger.
Viscount
Is it
of
Distar?
Anger. Viscount of Anger is in Distar. Viscount of Strife is in Suno.
Okay. The Viscount of Anger is also in Distar, and the Viscount of Strength?
Strife.
Strife is in Suno.
There's also some sort of assault on Distar.
Yes, and there's also some sort of plans involving an assault, as well as some other things going down in Distar. I don't know if you have been able to glean any information, but given the relative closeness to our new home base, I'm sure something could possibly be done about that. If you have any able bodies left, I apologize, sir, for all that's been going on. Anyways. And also Finch said that he could send a few operatives up your way to
You hear
assist.
like an audible sigh from the other side of the line and says, "Every time you call, it's just more and more bad news. I will be in contact with Finch in hopes to assuade for more operatives, likely just to send with you to Distar. A few friends of yours arrived today. A group of hunters
which
from
ones?
Suno.
Oh, yes, you have secured a thing for that one.
Oh. They also expected gold on arrival, which not very exciting.
You also have secured a thing for that one.
I mean, we are not running short on our coffers yet, but another few groups like that and we might be.
We will prevent Secure from hiring anymore.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the hiring, just don't promise them gold on arrival. Apologies.
How are you
I'm
doing,
assuming-
sir?
I feel like shit, Rikus. It is my entire existence. I haven't got a good night's rest in 2 weeks. Partially because of you. But
You're welcome.
I digress. I'm assuming you need something.
Huh?
You never call unless you need something.
No, we were just checking in, right?
As far
Could
as I know, we were
you
just checking in.
project me a teleportation sigil to our house?
It seems we do need you. I thought we were just checking in for a moment, but I did just remember. Pardon me, I have a lack of sleep, apparently. We do need a quick way up north. Do you have a way to do whatever the fuck Wayne just asked? I don't speak magic.
He says,
Or just getting us
we
straight to this
do
town.
not have an active sigil here at the Grey Sand Keep yet. However, our good friend Evithar Aparium was intending on teleporting here to the keep this evening. If you so wish, I can ask him to make a quick stop in team. Where will you be?
The northern
Wherever
gates.
we need to be.
The northern gates. Alright. I will tell him to teleport to the northern gates of Team. He is intending on doing such magic likely around 6 o'clock this evening.
Oh boy, we've got some time to kill. Thank you, sir. We will hopefully stay out of trouble and not break any more laws that we definitely did the other night.
What laws?
Oh lord. I wish you luck on your
You know
journeys,
us.
Rikus.
Thank you, sir. We hope to see you soon, possibly. And, yeah, well,
I will make contact with Finch. Goodbye.
thank you.
And he hangs up the walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
I swear, that man's
Considering
closer
it's
and closer to a heart attack
10:30,
every time he talks to me.
We going to finish the session
we're
here?
going to wrap up here in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
As you guys... What, Thomas? I said 30 seconds.
Sorry.
We gotta make this quick.
Well, the last thing I was going to say was, as that wraps up, and as we were kind of now realizing we have a few hours to mosey,
Half a day.
Rikus is going to take a moment to just think and focus, like, really, he's going to, like, 1,000-yard stare, think and focus really fucking hard on Yvonne and her condition. Just, like, see if he can feel anything again, like anything, like, he knows she's alive, but he's like, is there anything I can glean?
No.
He's just gonna kind of meditate on Yvonne.
Not immediately. Maybe over a period of
Fuck.
time.
Well, he's gonna
As-
continue to do so.
As you guys kind of round the corner, the fog has turned into just a deeper gray sky in this early afternoon. As you guys are walking down the central roads, you find your way to the senator's manor. As you look at the front gate, there are no guards. The gate is closed and locked, but there are no guards. As you approach the gate, you kind of look in and there's no guards around the garden or front courtyard. I'll have people roll perception checks for me real quick.
Oy, oy, oy.
Oh no.
This will be the last thing we do, I swear.
Oh
Right.
no.
I'm slapping guidance on Rikus.
Yay.
Damn.
Slap the
Damn
guidance
wanker.
on myself.
Welcome to plus 13.
Don't you have a minus due to exhaustion?
Yes, but it's still a plus 13.
At
Gods.
disadvantage.
Is it a disadvantage?
Maybe? Let me remember.
I almost.
That was so close to a 20.
Wait, my perception's not a disadvantage.
Are you using 2024 exhaustion rules?
No.
Lennon almost had a
Wait.
somewhat decent perception.
Oh, that's
roll.
right. I do have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, we use 2014 exhaustion rules. You have disadvantage on ability checks.
One. Oh no. Oh no.
Nor.
Because I didn't get a full night's sleep.
Yep.
I still get a D4.
Yep. Big bonus too.
Oh.
That's
Not bad.
still good.
Thomas, Leopold. As you guys kind of look through the gates, the first thing you notice is a little ways down the way on the fence, you see a bit of like, is it parchment or like linen cloth or something, kind of just hung on the top of this spiked fence.
Oh, not again.
You see in the courtyard, as you're kind of looking around, you see what looks like a street cat. If it was crushed upon the ground by a hand nearly its size, just splat across the courtyard. And that's
Fuck.
when the rot hits your nose.
Fuck.
Wayne secure. Here we go again.
And that's where we're going to end our
So-
section.
I was about to say, so we're leaving, right?
Yep.
Are you guys leaving?
We're just fucking off, right?
Nope. We're going
This
in.
is recent. No,
yeah.
If we go in, we get suspect.
Also, if the demon thing that did this is still around, we are fucked.
Well,
Because
that is something
we've
we
got
can
an
discuss
exhausted
next week.
gunslinger and
We're gonna
everyone
end
else.
the recording there.